You are listening to RAWF After Hours on the RAWF Radio Network.
Stepping up the ring and onto the mic. Golden locks, throwing shades on tight. I rule the airwaves, I own the night. Crank up the volume, feel the heat. Down, turn up the dial, let me preach. Running this town with a steel cake smile. When the bell rings, I do it with style. I'm the Lord of Saturday night. One hand thunder, taking the mic. Bodies tell the truth, no fear, no fight. Bow down, cause I'll rule tonight. Saturday night, blonde hair, thunder taking the mic. Bodies said the truth, no fear, no fright. Bow down, cause I rule tonight.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to RAWF After Hours on the RAWF Radio Network. I am your host, Lord Amadeus. My co-host is here as well. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome El Vacant. Hola, El Vacant.
Hola, señor. ¿Cómo está?
I'm doing good. How are you? It's been a good week here in Pittsburgh.
Sí.
We've got a big card to talk about. Got a lot of things going on. Let's start with some GM and event reports. I'm going to bring on the lovely Maeve O'Hare. She has one or two for us. Maeve?
Well, I've got one for sure, and I might have two depending on how lazy someone else is feeling. But I will be posting the next round of This Is the Way tonight after the show. I'm waiting to see if English wants me to do his job for him, too.
Well, while we wait on that, I can report that tag signups for next season are up. They will end next week on Sunday night when after the Philadelphia Freedom pay-per-view show is over. So make sure if you haven't signed up for the new season of tags, you need to do so very soon. And since Mr. POG is not here tonight, I might as well do an Ultimate Gauntlet report for him because there was a lot of action in the Ultimate Gauntlet this week. Let's see here. So
skip all that and get to the good part at the end.
Okay, well, you know what happened. Maeve did not finish the run. She made it to 4 before she was beaten by the Teflon Sheik. Teflon Sheik made it through DVT, but then lost to let's see,
Papa Shaker,
and then let's see. Papa Shaker defeated, Papa Shaker currently going up against Chris Cage. So right now Papa Shaker sitting at 1 and is up against the unsettled Chris Cage. So unlikely to be an Ultimate Gauntlet Championship match at Philadelphia Freedom. So that's your Ultimate Gauntlet report. Griffith, do you have an RFC report?
I do. So week 2 is in the bag. Fight of the night was between Enigma and STB, which is funny because they now sit in both positions 1 and 2 with only 2 points separated. After that, we have La Legend is in third, Big Papa fourth, Chris Cage, then Jason Richter, then Miss B, then Hio de Segador, Sean Hurd, Chev, Perfect German, Luke Cage, Mini Fee, Steve the Stud is sticking in there, DW, Redneck Avenger, Magnificent Michael, Toxic Megatron Avenger. We also have then Gorgonio, Jim Steele, Mark Caliber, Keg, Lady Eva Lita, and Dark Warrior. Now, as is the standard, once you get to a point where you have either proven that you are incapable of reading, therefore do not follow the rules, or you are so far behind the points that there is no way you can possibly win, we start making cuts. So the following people have actually hold on, it was a change. The following people have been cut: Gorgonio, Jim Steele. No, that's not correct. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong. Jim is the one who got the buy-in, right?
Jim Steele is replacing Iho del Segador for apparent reasons.
Yeah, Hio has left the company, so he has vacated his spot, which brought one of the people back. And Jim Steele was the first person on the getting removed list that had not actually been disqualified. So he has been brought back in. So Hio, Gorgonio, Mark Caliber, Keg, Lita, and Dark Warrior have all been eliminated. And week 3 matches have been created, I believe, last night.
All right. So that is our RFC report. And as far as I know, there's no other reports out there at this time. So let's take a look at some of the events going on around RAWF. First of all, the Judgment Memorial Tournament still underway, and it has gotten to round 4. Right now, Flash's Puck taking on Wildfire, Chris Cage taking on Denzel the Giant, Marquis Desaad taking on Kenta, our tournament expert Sassy Applebee's taking on Dees. The Perfect German has already eliminated the Undertaker to move on to the quarterfinals. He will face the winner between Allie Knight and the First Lady of Anarchy, the Cougar. Simply the Best taking on Destroyer, and Crazy Serb taking on Tremaris to the Bone rounds out the round 4 matchups. And I believe that means Perfect German got himself. Yep, Perfect German won at least 250 wrestler bucks. So congratulations to him. All right. So let's take a look at Arsehole of the Month. It is currently still underway. It is the semifinals. The Immortal Griffith taking on Simply the Best, and Blake Bradley, who is the current champion, taking on Papa Shaker. And of course, if Blake Bradley wins, he gets to choose his opponent for the next men's title shot. If this tournament does end by Philadelphia Freedom, hopefully it will, but there's a decent chance it won't, then there will be a men's championship match on a Superstars after the pay-per-view. Uh-oh. Did you guys hear that?
I think I did.
Well, we'll see it. We'll see if it gets a little any louder. But at any rate, back to events. We have a winner of the Biatch of the Month. The winner of this month's Biatch of the Month was Faith Dunkerino, winning her first ever Biatch of the Month over DW in the finals. Congratulations to Faith. We had a winner of the Hatfield. It was Chev. Chev won the Hatfield tournament. We were waiting on the winner of the McCoy tournament. And it is in the final match. Right now, it is down to Marquis Desaad taking on Simply the Best. One of those two will face Chev to see who gets the next opportunity at the Hatfield and McCoy Championship. If all this ends, if we can manage to get that match underway and finished before Philadelphia Freedom, which is possible, we'll see. All right. Powerball Contendership Tournament is in the final match. The Immortal Griffith facing Blake Bradley to see who will face the Paragon of Greatness at Philadelphia Freedom. Either way, that Powerball Championship match is going to be epic. Certainly, we might even see Immortal Greatness version
754.
something like that. And we had a winner of the Extra Points tournament, Papa Shaker, winning his first ever RAWF Extra Points tournament, I do believe. I suppose it's possible he has won before, but if he has, it's only been once. But he defeated Menifee in the finals to get the extra 25 points in the rankings. So I believe that's everything I need to announce at this time as far as events go. And so, El Vacant, with that being said, sir, would you please update everybody on the rankings?
Fine. Jeez, give me that look. It's that look. You see the look he gives me? You see it?
Hold on. There it is.
She sees it.
Studio Cat. Whoa! Studio Cat. Studio Cat.
That's right. Studio Cat in the house here in Pittsburgh. Hello, Kitty Cat. Hello. All right. So back to rankings, if you would, El Vacant.
Fine. All right, this is halfway through, everybody. 6 out of 12. I mean, I'm tired of explaining that. You'll figure it out on your own. I'm sure. I have faith in you. In 25th place, we have Allie Knight. In 24th place, we have DVT. In 23rd place, we have Joe Boo. In 22nd place, this is strange. Like this guy was like all the way up there. Now it's always down 22nd. Denzel the Giant is in 22nd. In 21st place, we have Miss Beautifetal. In 20th place, we have the Iceman Chair. 19th place, we have the man who I'm fairly certain had his tongue surgically removed, Sisalu. In 18th place, we have Steve the Stud Johnson. Oh, look at him. Look at the new guy getting up there. 18th. In 17th place, wait, is this right? The man who won the extra 25 points is in 17th place. Okay. Papa Shaker is in 17th place. In 16th place, we have Rick Nelson. In 15th place, one of the new guys shaking things up around here. That's right, Jason Richter. In 14th place, we have Diesel. Why are you looking at me? I do puns. It's what I do. Why?
I did that one last week when you weren't here.
Oh, I didn't know. Right,
stealing my shit. I see how that goes.
I wasn't here. How would I know? But it's funny we both did the same one. All right, that's fine. In 14th place, we have Diesel Warrior. 13th place, we have Kenta. In 12th place, we have Christopher Cage. In 11th place, we have Natalia Nitro. Ooh, good for her. I don't think she's ever been that high. In 10th place, we have Ken Costas. No, Studio Cat, it is my time with the mic. No. In 9th place, we have Luke Cage. In 8th place, we have the Teflon Sheik. In 7th place, oh, good for him. He's being up there. I guess he's running that mouth of his. Money Sue. In 6th place, we have the Extreme Enigma. In 5th place, we have the Paragon. Great, that's pretty low for power. In 4th place, we have Simply the Best. I'm going to give y'all one guess who's in 3rd place. Just one. Just one. Yep, that's right. Shark Boy himself, Killa Neptune, is in 3rd place. In 2nd place, we have a relatively newcomer, but apparently he's doing well because it's the legend. And
no. It's Le Legion.
It is Le Legion, but I figured you were not doing that last week, so we were just going to Americanize it.
I was corrected last week, and I kind of like Le Legion. Oh, that's right. Anyways, you were saying.
And in 1st place, which is kind of odd because like he's been kind of in a weird place lately, but good for him. 1st place right now out of 6 out of 12 matches is Blake motherfucking Bradley.
So this is indeed your top 25, halfway through the rankings period, and totally different than last week. 6 of the people in last week's, when we did 4 out of 12, 6 of the 25 fell out and were replaced by 6 new ones. I said last week it was going to change dramatically upon the next, and I was not wrong. Although, yeah, I mean, Blake's still at number 1. Little Jean is making some waves, certainly, here in RAWF right now.
I will be curious to see if they can maintain.
Talk to me about Little Jean.
I don't know a lot about them, but although I have heard now, apparently, while that is a very French name, apparently he's British, so maybe it is Le Legend. I don't know, but that's a very French-looking name. Yeah, I don't know a ton about them, but they're doing extremely well, and like I said, I will be curious to see if they can maintain.
All right, we shall see. Me too. It should get very interesting. And looking at the points, I can tell you right now, there is it's between 6 and 7 right now. There's a huge gap. So right now, I'm thinking the top 6 right now in contendership for those first 2 slots. Although Blake's got a pretty good lead on everybody else. Just saying. And the rankings are really bunched up. I mean, there were a lot of point ties in this, where I had to go to a tiebreaker in their trash talk to decide a winner. So it's really stacked up here. 3 people with 98 points, 2 people with 104, 3 people with 89 points. It's like, holy cow. And there's a lot of people that are just on the cusp of the top 25 here too as well. So yeah, it's still a battle, folks. Still anybody's game. This is way too early to be making any predictions on anything as far as the rankings go. All right, next weekend, ladies and gentlemen, live from Lincoln Financial Field, it will be Philadelphia Freedom. Sunday night, July 5th, just 8 nights away. It's going to be a happening. Let's talk about some of the matchups we've got thus far. I do know the Joker, Mark Caliber, will take on Ken Costa. I do not know if there's going to be any steps for that match, and I do not yet have a graphic for it. But I will get that as soon as possible. Then we've got a steel cage match. Say what?
You paused there. I was like, I threw in the song. It's fine. Continue.
We have a steel cage match between Luke Cage and Le Lojon. Alistair Fiend to be suspended above the ring in a mini cage. Say what?
Which is hilarious to me. We're suspending a man in a cage over cage.
I suppose I can understand how funny that would be, but yeah.
Luke Cage has caged a man so that he can have a fight. Okay.
Yep. Cage is having a cage match with someone else over in a cage. Yes. So that ought to be an interesting one. We have a Champion's Choice Championship match. Aaron McFadden choosing Papa Shaker to challenge him for the Champion's Choice Championship. And I'm a little confused by what he said, but I do believe it's just basically going to be a street fight where Aaron can use defense and Papa Shaker cannot. That's what I'm getting from that, from what he told me. I'm trying to get clarification. Hopefully he'll clarify soon enough. But that will be your Champion's Choice Championship match. Aaron McFadden and Papa Shaker. Arcana Clash Championship. It will be Destroyer taking on Big Papa. Big Papa looking for his first. He's not been a singles champion. He's been tag champion, but he's never been singles. What are your thoughts on Destroyer versus Big Papa for that Arcana Clash Championship?
I don't think it looks good for Big Papa.
Really? What?
Destroyer has shown that when she has a belt, she likes to keep it. She likes to accessorize, and belts are a nice accessory.
All right. Well, if that's the case, if you don't like Big Papa's chances, what about Faith Dunkerino's chances to unseat Destroyer as the estrogen champion.
I think there's a better chance, but I still think Destroyer will retain.
Well, I mean, who knows? And these are both two legends. I mean,
that's why I said she has a better chance.
Yeah, these two are huge legends. This is going to be, for me, this is one of my favorite matches that I'm looking forward to at Philadelphia Freedom. Well, yeah, well, you know, occasionally we get brunette on brunette violence, and it happens. Speaking of brunettes, Menifee will challenge Michael Brewer for the Multimedia Championship. Thoughts on that one?
I love Minnie. I would love to see her win. It would be great it would be great if she did win. I really would love to see what she does with this belt, because I don't think Brewer's really been doing anything with it. But I don't think he's going to lose this belt.
Oh, apparently Destroyer and Faith are sister-in-laws. Hello. Did not realize that. But then again, I find it extremely, as I always say, I find it extremely difficult to keep track of unstoppable family trees.
I find it extremely difficult to find fights where they're not somehow related. El Dunkerino is her brother. Okay. All right, then. I hope you mean Destroyers.
Yes. I'm reading the chat. Dunkerino is my brother.
If he was Faith's brothers, that would be weird.
Anyways. Anyways. And by the way, folks, if the chat is jumping for you, I do apologize. We're going to try to work on getting that fixed by next week, hopefully. But it's working for me, though. But we'll figure out. All right. Triple Crown Championship. The Immortal Griffith will defend against the Golden Dragon Kenta and Wildfire. This is going to be a good one, Vacant.
Absolutely. I mean, as I've said before, I think Griff is the favorite here, but I think it's going to be a good fight.
I mean, the history between Griffith and Wildfire and the history between Griffith and Kenta, it just makes for an interesting story.
Histories.
Yes, extremely different histories. Not when I talk about the history between Griffith and Kenta, I'm talking about recent title history and matches history. So yeah, there's
very different histories.
Very different histories. Fubar City Championship. It will be Teflon Sheik defending against Dr. Kent. And Dr. Kent looking for his first RAWF gold in quite a while. Does he make it against the Sheik, you think, in the Fubar City?
I don't know. I've never really seen Dr. Kent do hardcore. Like, if it was a regular match, I'd probably go with Dr. Kent. But Teflon has shown when it comes to when the rules don't apply. I mean, when the rules do apply, he doesn't care. But so when the rules don't apply, he will go really far to keep that title. I don't know how Dr. Kent handles these kind of matches.
That's true. I mean, that's true. We know Sheik. Sheik has kind of been impressive as Fubar City champion, if we're being honest. So, yeah, I kind of have to lean toward Teflon Sheik on this one. And then we've got the Midnight Hobo Championship. Iceman Jure was successful against his defending the Midnight Hobo Championship against Ken Costa a couple of weeks ago. He will go one-on-one with Blake Bradley. I contend that this could be Jure's toughest challenge for the Midnight Hobo Championship to date.
I agree. Yes, I 100% agree with that assessment.
I honestly
kind of leaning towards Blake.
Yeah, it wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me if Blake walked out as the new Midnight Hobo champion. Now, this one isn't quite official because right now Denzel in the middle of a title defense against Honey Apples. We could see Honey Apples versus STB, but for the moment, let's assume Denzel will be national champion going into Philadelphia Freedom, facing the greatest national champion in RAWF history in STB. Your thoughts on this?
Honestly, if you had asked me before I'd read the rankings, I would have probably picked Denzel, but apparently Denzel's falling apart a little bit. SDB's not. I'm leaning towards SDB now.
I can't argue with that. I really can't. Denzel right now, but let's assume now let's pretend that Honey Apples wins the national title from Denzel. Is that an easier match for STB or a harder one?
It's a different match for sure. I think it doesn't matter. I think STB is probably walking away with the national championship regardless of which one he faces.
All right, we find out at Philadelphia Freedom.
And frankly, I suspect he doesn't care which one he faces.
No, I'm sure he doesn't. Although I think if I were him, I'd want to face Honey Apples over Denzel. But that's just me. Platinum Dragon Championship. The unsettled Chris Cage will defend against the greatest Platinum Dragon champion in RAWF history, Killa Neptune. Thoughts on this one?
I don't see it. I think Chris is going to maintain.
I wonder how many times in those 7 Platinum Dragon title wins did we say going in we thought the champion would retain?
I'm sure several of them.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Been known to occasionally be wrong.
Yeah. I call this one down the middle. I really do. I don't. And then, of course, is our main event. It is the Teflon Sheik defending against the Paragon of Greatness, and those two had a contract signing just a couple days ago. Did you take a look at that contract signing?
I did not, mostly because I was like, oh God, Sheik's gonna just run his goddamn mouth, and I don't really want to hear it.
Well, I mean,
right?
Sheik ran
his goddamn mouth.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But I did ask him a pretty
whole bunch of bullshit that was either half truths or just flat out lies.
Well, I kind of asked him a question where he actually had to say the truth. You might want to check that out. If anyone wants to see that, you can certainly go back and look in the RAWF scene history.
Did you ask him why he was cheating to maintain his title?
No, I did not do that. My question to him,
because he has been. You've seen the tapes.
My question to Sheik was, I asked him what the RAWF World Heavyweight Championship meant to him. Honestly meant to him. I thought that was a pretty tough question because he never really talks about that, He talks about himself all the time, but he never really talks about the title. I wanted to hear what that title meant to him. And then I asked Paragon. I asked him, what if wanting to be the hero who beats the evil champion turns out to be his downfall? What happens if he lets all these people down? What happens if he's not that guy? And both of their responses have been posted in that scene. You can go check them out on your own, folks. And some pretty interesting answers, if I'm being honest. All right. So, with that being said, let's talk about this main event, Sheik and Paragon. Again, I kind of, at the contract signing, I kind of said most everybody is hoping Paragon wins, including yourself. I didn't mention you specifically, but I'm sure you're still feeling this way.
Please. Absolutely, please.
Well, I
will personally give him a bonus if he takes his title away from Sheik.
I mean, somebody's going to have to eventually, but at the same time, Sheik right now seems to have the hot hand, and that's all I'm saying about that. We shall see. Paragon, I don't believe we'll be here tonight to talk about it, but at the same time, should be really interesting. Philadelphia Freedom as a whole. Speaking of that, speaking of one other thing, the block party, Aaron McFadden's block party, is still in for signups. Last I checked, there were still 9 slots left out of the field of 32. So if you haven't signed up for the block party, you might want to get in there and do so. Yep, still 9 slots open as of a few days ago. So the block party is basically a tournament. The winner will receive 2 million coins and a Champions Choice Championship shot. So that scene I will post in the chat real quick. If it lets me, there we go. Come on. There we go. Of course, I finally get it, and Maeve beats me to it. She's here to help, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So tomorrow's Superstars comes to you live from the PPG Arena here in PPG Paints Arena here in Pittsburgh, and the main event for Superstars will be Joe Boo defending the Superstars Championship against Tigress. Any thoughts on that, Elvigan?
Joe Boo's been having a pretty good run. I suspect he's going to maintain.
I'm not going to argue with that, although never count Miss Hall of Famer out, the newly minted Hall of Famer Tigress out at any case. So we shall see. Should be a hell of a main event. And who do we talk to about who else gets to square off tomorrow in Pittsburgh?
That's my buddy. That's my pal. Bring him in. Come on. Give me some Randy.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Randolph Mortimer Jaw here with your undercard for tomorrow's Superstars. Hey, El Vacant, how you doing?
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi, indeed. By the way, what did you guys change the meat you put in the tacos today?
No.
Okay.
Why?
Because it tasted a little well, how you say it? It tasted like shit. You might want to check out what the hell they put in that shit today. I'm just saying. Maybe it's Pittsburgh. I don't know.
Were you just like breathing Pittsburgh air? That could do it.
I mean, I did. I think we all are. It's, All right. Well, guess we'll just figure it out. So, if sure, it's all right. As long as I ain't.
Now I got to have them bring up samples because I'm concerned.
All right. Here's your undercard for tomorrow's Superstars, ladies and gentlemen, live here in Pittsburgh. Arrows 15 will take on Hot Cheese. Cyanide Harvey to take on Roger the Pirate. The Minion to take on Mystic Maniac. Olivia McInnes takes on Undertaker. Stormtrooper of Death to take on Boney. Psycho Girl takes on Keg. Caden Steele to take on Sophia McFadden. Joey A to take on Menifee. Anthony Patrick takes on Luzon Warrior Queen Falcon. Lady Evil Lita takes on Toxic Megatron Avenger. Davila takes on Kitty Kabam. Maeve O'Hare to take on the Joker Mark Caliber. Evan Deadly takes on Killin' El Lobo. Tad Beaglewolf Dennis takes on The Razor. Aaron McFadden to take on Sassy Applebee's. Purgatory to take on Natalia Nitro. Hobo Ezekiel takes on Crazy Serb. Simply the Best to take on Papa Shaker. That one could be a huge one in the rankings there. Magnificent Michael to take on Rick Nelson. Cougar will take on Extreme Enigma. Jason Richter will take on Ken Costa. Scythe will take on Lars Hellstrom. Big Papa to take on Claymore. Leo to take on Black Lilith. Blake Bradley takes on Michael Brewer. The Immortal Griffith to take on Steve the Stud Johnson as requested. Faith Duncarino takes on Allie Knight. Wildfire takes on Destroyer. Diesel Warrior takes on Dr. Kent. Luke Cage takes on Knox Boogie. Redneck Avenger takes on Sisaloo. Uber Vegan TPO takes on Money Sue, who is the person on the cover there that destroys that. That's Money Sue right there on the screen. You can tell because he's pointing to his medallion that has the dollar sign on it, and he looks. Yeah, that's him. All right. Anyways, Denzel the Giant to take on Starlight. Chris Cage takes on Psy. Slashy takes on the Paragon of Greatness. Sean Hitman Hurd takes on Deez. Kenta will take on Le Legend. Chev will take on Fusion Skull. Dark Warrior takes on the Perfect German. Marquis de Sade to take on Gorgonio. Honey Apples takes on Badass Billy. Mancunian Maniac takes on Killer Neptune. DVT takes on Teflon Chic. Iceman Jared takes on Ciro El Napolitano. And Miss Beautifatal takes on Draven Blackbird. That's your undercard for tomorrow's Superstars, ladies and gentlemen. Good luck to everybody here in Pittsburgh tomorrow. All right. Thank you, Randy. You have a good night. Appreciate you coming in and doing your job. So, some good matchups on that card tomorrow there, El Vacant. A lot of them with some huge rankings implications, and including Kenta versus Le Legend. That one could be huge.
That's going to be important. That could really alter some spaces.
Yep. Kenta tonight was what, 13th, 14th?
I believe so.
In that mix, and of course Le Legend sitting at the number 2 spot, so a huge match for Le Legend, to be sure. All right. Speaking of the Golden Dragon. Well, wait a minute. Maybe not.
I mean, you said Golden Dragon. You have to follow it up with a hook.
He will. I think he's trying to call in. Hopefully. We'll see if we get him back here in just a little bit. All right. So, with that being said, let's speak with the reigning Triple Crown champion going into Philadelphia Freedom. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the one and only.
From shadows deep, he rises, a warrior born of fate, with steel in his eyes. The tempest shall not wait. Memento mori. Echoes through the night. His spirit will not fall. Ready for the fight. Griffin Davian, the immortal one, eternal champion. His war's never done. Hunter of monsters, affection of one. In a world that's broken, he stands with none. The tempest rages.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is indeed the immortal Griffith. Good evening, Griffith.
Indeed I am, sir. Indeed I am. Good evening.
You all right out there? I saw you were tossing your cookies a few minutes ago.
No, here, you want one? I got another one here. Here
Oh, sure. No sell my joke.
Man.
No selling my jokes. Jeez.
I know. Yes, I know. Sell the shit out of that.
All right. Just a week away, we have a Triple Crown Championship match upcoming, but let's discuss the possibility of you possibly challenging the Paragon of Greatness for the Powerball Championship, once again reigniting one of the greatest feuds in RAWF history.
Honestly, I like my chances because he's got a much bigger, much more important match later in the evening. I do not think I will be the center of his attention. And it will be amusing to be, for the first time ever, that his match with me is not the center of his attention. I kind of want to see what that feels like.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. It would be interesting to see the two square off for the Powerball title with Philadelphia Freedom. I don't believe it would be the first.
I did watch your interview with them at their contract signer, and not to step on Paragon's answer to your question to him, but I have an answer for your question to him.
Which one?
Specifically, the what happens if he fails, like if he falls, if he stumbles, if he fails, if he doesn't win, what happens? Because I know exactly what happens.
What's that?
I come out of semi-retirement and I come and rip that goddamn belt away from one of the most evil, sadistic sons of bitches that's ever disgraced this company.
Well, I mean, tell us how you really...
Every time I have ever said, you know what, no, this person can't have that belt, and I'm going to come take it, I have done it. Every single time.
Well, he's had it since February. You've had 4 months to step up.
And other people had laid claim to it. And,
fair enough.
Despite what the smart marks and the scuttlebutt likes to say, I'm the Griff Reaper and I'm only about me and I don't care about. No, there are things that I will do for me when I feel the need to do them. But first and foremost, the people I respect in this company, I try to elevate. I try to aid. I try to do what I can to help them succeed and get spotlights. And while we all joke about like the longest running feud in the history of this company, Immortal Greatness, and Paragon and I are not. I'm never going to say we're like best buddies. We don't hang out on weekends and go to the World Cup. But that man has earned my respect more times than anyone in this company. So when he says, "Hey, I lost this belt to this man, and I am going to go take it back," I sit back and I go, "You do that. I'm not going to get in his way." So I've been doing what I've been doing, what I often do this time of year is I'm kind of sitting back on my laurels. I got the belt I want. I'm defending that belt. Yay me, right? But if he fails, all bets are off. Because it cannot be allowed to continue.
Wow. All right. Well, getting back to your actual matches at Philadelphia Freedom, we've got this barn burner here. Yourself defending the Triple Crown Championship against the Golden Dragon Kenta, and Wildfire, two people you know very, very well. One of them a little bit more than the other, but we won't go into that.
Yeah. There's a big difference in those two. Yeah, one of them fucked me over, and the other, you know what? Never mind.
So thoughts. What are your thoughts going into this? When you got on one side, you got someone who knows you
very well,
very well, and the other one has beaten you.
So I watched Kenta's little promo he did the other day, and I took a little bit of umbrage with it because this man had the temerity to claim that he is the greatest striker in RAWF today. And sure, if both of my arms were broken and one of my legs, that might be true. But none of those things are currently true. So son, you've gotten lucky, you've had some good runs, but you do not stand a whisper of a chance in taking the title of best striker in the game away from the immortal. Okay, I have put more people on concussion protocols in this company than you've ever wrestled. There is a reason medical brings in extra people when I have title matches. There is a reason hospitals are kept on standby when I have FUBAR matches. And it is because when I decide to take someone out, I do. And I don't do it with, cheap roll-up moves. I don't do it with some fancy high-impact top rope maneuver. I do it by kicking them in the fucking head. I do it by kneeing them in the side of the temple. Occasionally, I do it by choking them the fuck out. I am not your run-of-the-mill little wrestler who does cheap little stunts to win matches. I am the baddest motherfucker who's ever stepped into these ropes, and you are going to be taught that. You think you're the greatest striker, best technical wrestler. I mean, hell, you know what? You probably are a better technical wrestler than I am. I just said it's not what I do. It's not my strength. There are other people who may take umbrage with that sentence. Maybe Paragon. Maybe Richter. I've been watching him. He's pretty goddamn good when it comes to technical wrestling. So, other people may take you to task on that. But you want to talk about striking? Fine. I'll tell you this. Come Philadelphia Freedom, we'll see who throws leather a little harder than the other, okay?
Should be interesting. What about Wildfire? You addressed Kenta. Certainly you've got some words for Wildfire.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Wiley, it's been a long time. We haven't done this in a long time. I'm really looking forward to getting in the ring with you again. It's been awesome. I actually am waiting for an invitation to come see all the work at your new place. I'm told there are ducks everywhere, which is very you and hilarious. But I've heard all about it from Horatio, but I haven't gotten my invite. Like, what's going on?
Maybe she's waiting till it's completed to have a great house party.
Maybe. It does. I will tell you though that if she does have house party, I actually have the perfect duck name for her house.
All right. Well, that should be a hell of a it's going to be a hell of a Triple Crown Championship match. Heck, you are technically you're in the Powerball. You're still in the arsehole. Am I right?
Yes. I still have an outside chance at Powerball, and I am still in Arsenal. I'm currently facing STB.
Wow. So quite possibly
I believe I'm in the finals.
Yeah, that's exactly where it's at. You are against STB on the other side.
Who are my potentialities for finals if I get there?
And the other side, it's Blake Bradley and Papa Shaker.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So when I see Blake in the finals, that'll be.
That would be interesting, considering you're facing him in the Powerball finals.
Correct.
So, yeah, very interesting to say the least. Let's see here. Anything else you wanted to discuss tonight?
Is there anything I want to discuss? I kind of already said my piece about Cheek. I think no one's surprised about my feelings on this matter. I addressed the bullshittery that came out of Kenta's mouth. I got to send a hey to Wildfire because I don't get to see her that often. Let's see. Oh, Steve! I almost forgot my buddy, my pal, my punching bag. Steve. So you ran your mouth a while back, and you got taught a lesson. Except apparently the lesson didn't stick because I hit you too hard in the head, and I knocked the lesson right back out the other side. So, and then you ran your mouth at other people, and they also tried to teach you lessons. And then I realized, well, the lesson didn't stick either. So maybe it's not that I hit you too hard that knocked out the other side. It's maybe I just actually caused so much brain damage that you are now incapable of learning. That's why I now refer to him. I don't know if you've been. I now refer to him as Steve the Stump because he's about as bright as one. So you then decided to come back at me, ran your mouth at me again, and here we are. here we are. Randy did me the favor I needed, and we get to fight again tomorrow. And Randy, Randy, I'm getting ready to beat the living shit out of two of the best wrestlers in this company, and you are my warm-up. Just let that sink in. If you don't understand what that means, if you don't understand, if you can't comprehend what that actually means, I don't know. Let's see who's out there tonight. Ask Maeve. Ask Richter. He knows. You can even ask Sai. She'll make a wise ass comment, but she knows what it means. You are not in an admirable place right now, sir. And I'm going to have so much fun kicking the living shit out of you tomorrow. So thank you. Thank you for not learning. Thank you for just throwing yourself bodily into harm's way so that I can enjoy myself. I appreciate you from the heart.
I mean, were you shocked to see Steve the Stud Johnson in the top 25 tonight?
No. So here's the thing. I tried to say this after we had our match, and I beat him soundly. It's like there was promise there. He's not a bad wrestler, and he's learning. He is actively getting better. I have watched him improve match after match after match. He is getting better. A lot of the mistakes he made early on, he's not making now. To be fair, throwing himself into the crucible over and over again, he is coming out more tempered each time. But the problem is if you throw yourself into a cauldron that's too hot, you come out brittle and you break. And that's not what he needs right now. What he needed right now was to sit back, gain more knowledge, wrestle more people just slightly better than him, so he can keep learning and keep learning. I'm on one hand, as a new guy here, I'm proud that the new guy came in and he's done what he's going to do, and he's gotten himself in the top 25 halfway through. We'll see if he maintains, because I'm fairly certain I'm about to cost him several spaces. But the question isn't whether or not he's talented. The question isn't even whether or not he's going to go somewhere in this company. The question is whether or not he can get out of his own fucking way and stop throwing himself at people that are out of his class, throwing himself at people that will go actively try to hurt him if he keeps going down the road he's going. Because, he upset Paragon, and Paragon taught him a lesson. But Paragon's not going to intentionally give him a concussion. Paragon's not going to intentionally break his jaw. Paragon is not going to try to take years off his career. I will. And he should have learned that from our first match. But apparently I was too nice to him, so he's going to learn it tomorrow.
All right.
I'm sorry, was that bad for your insurance that I just admitted that?
Kinda.
My bad. That was a joke. Those are the jokes, people.
All right. At any rate, Griff, thank you for coming on tonight. Unless Elvacan had a question for you?
No, I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah, I'm going to still go place a bet, though. Give me a minute.
You're going to do what?
I'm going to go place a bet on tomorrow's show.
You're going to go place. I know there's betting apps out there, but I don't know if there's any on RAWF. There should
Kelpie,
be.
you can pretty much do anything you want. You can create a subject if it's not already there.
Fair enough. All right. Thank you, Griff. Appreciate your time. And we will talk to you again hopefully next week when Philadelphia Freedom.
Hold on, I almost forgot. I gave you a cookie. I didn't give. I didn't give a vacant one here. Hold on, give me a second. Here you go. All right. Where did that come from? Hey, don't worry about it. Just have a cookie. Have a good night, guys.
All right. That was the Immortal Griff. I don't know where he got it. I'll be honest with you.
But it's warm.
That happens. That's maybe he had an easy bake oven out there. I don't know. Anyways. All right, we're going to take a quick song break, ladies and gentlemen. When we return, we'll speak with the lovely Maeve O'Hare and possibly more. This is RAWF After Hours on the RAWF Radio Network. We'll be back in just a few moments.
Amadeus style. Amadeus style. LA style. They call me Lord Amadeus, I'm your jukebox hero. I'm not some monster jobber or your everyday zero. As handsome as Pitt and as tough as De Niro. Try to block chop me and I'll kick your hero. Love my golden hair, all the ladies are all jealous of my golden hair. I love to run a brush through all my golden hair. You people wish you all had my golden hair. I said golden hair. I'm a weapon of mass destruction. You don't know, or you will know. I destroy those who stand before me. Now you know. So let's go. So all you bitches and your jobbers can kick rocks. Amadeus style. L.A. style. Boing, 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 boing. Amadeus style. L.A. style. Boing, 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 boing. Amadeus style. Hey, Cuba City. Boing, 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 boing. Amadeus style. Hey, Cuba City. Boing, 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 boing. So I invite you all down to a place called Fuba City. It's where I am from, and believe me, it's not pretty. You'd all get messed up because I'm on the committee, and we don't take pity. Hey, wash my hair. You people need to learn not to pull my golden hair. God damn it, Shifty, I said not to touch my golden hair. All the fans wanna lock my golden hair. Yes, my golden hair. I will quench your thirst for carnage like Gatorade. I'm a renegade, and when it all is over, I will attain, I will reign till all you peons and you pansies feel the pain. Amadeus style. L.A. style. Boing, 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 boing. Amadeus style. L.A. style. Boing, 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 boing. Amadeus style. Hey, Cuba City. Boing, 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 boing. Amadeus style. Hey, Cuba City. Boing, 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 boing. Bad to the bone, but leave my hair alone. It takes forever just to get it to the perfect tone. Bad to the bone, but leave my hair alone. Yes, I know it smells better than my cologne. That's what I'm saying. Amadeus style. Amadeus style. Fuba City. Boing, 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 boing. Amadeus style. Fuba City. Boing, 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 boing. Amadeus style. Fuba City. Boing, 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 boing. Amadeus style.
All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. RAWF After Hours on the RAWF Radio Network. Philadelphia Freedom coming to you live next week. Did forget to mention one other match. Steve Johnson, I think, had a. Steve the Stud Johnson got someone to accept the challenge for Philadelphia Freedom. The name is blanking on me right now. Steve, who are you fighting in Philadelphia Freedom? Oh, that's right. Enigma will take on Steve the Stud Johnson.
Another person who learned the lesson. That actually, you know what, Steve? That's who you should ask what happens when you mouth off to Griffith. You should ask Enigma. They probably know better than anyone else in this company.
Greco-Roman, no defense. What is with people in their Greco-Roman? Anyways, next up, ladies and gentlemen, I believe he is here now. Let's bring on the man who one of the Griffith's two challengers for the Triple Crown Championship. Indeed,
Oh yes, Les, this is going to be fun.
This is going to be fun, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome.
One time for the people in the rafters. One time for the ones that they laughed at. Yeah. Yeah. Walking down the ramp, gold scales on my back. Every step heavy like I'm dragging all the past. They said know your place. You a footnote kid, now the headlines. Flaming my fist, I took every cheap shot. Every boo, every loss. Turned it down to a crown. Made a throne from the cars. They built a glass ceiling, I turned it to sand. Now it's dust on my boots when I raise my hand. You feel that rumble? That's the tide getting loud. Every scar on my knuckles is a promise to the crowd. I'm the golden dragon, breaking every chain. From the nosebleeds down to the barricade, they chant my name. I hear golden dragon. I don't bow, I don't fall from the fire, from the struggle I was forged, sitting gold.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Golden Dragon, Kenta. Good evening, Kenta. Kenta? Kenta, are you there?
Kenta.
It says he's here. Oh, nope, he dropped. All right.
Good evening, LA. I am here. I am the Golden Dragon. Have a golden day.
You.
No?
All right, we'll see if he can get in the second time here. But we
Have a golden connection.
have a golden connection. Exactly. Here we go. Let in. Kenta, are you there?
Hello?
Yes, we
There
hear
he
you.
is.
Hello, good evening, everybody. Good evening, Senior Vacant.
Oh, hi.
Boss man.
What's up? All right, so Triple Crown Championship match. I'm sure you just heard what the Immortal Griffith had to say. I'm sure you have your own, have a rebuttal, a retort, a response.
I actually didn't. What did he say?
All right, well,
I
good
was
night
too.
then to you. No,
I was too. Okay, I was outside because something happened to AD's locker room. Lars Hellstrom fucking destroyed it and accepted my match for Philadelphia for the pay-per-view at July 4th in Philadelphia Freedom. So yeah, I couldn't
Lars
hear what he
Hellstrom.
said. Yeah,
all right.
Swedish
I mean,
guy. He's Swede, right?
he's a Swede. I
believe
don't know.
so.
I mean, that's
What
a
did he say?
warm-up
What
match.
did? It's a warm-up match indeed.
Oh yeah,
And I
I already had that written down. Huh? Go figure. Okay. So what is the deal between you and Lars then? What did I miss?
apparently he wants to be the personal AD hunter or AD's nightmare. He's been attacking Kent Costa. He's been attacking our hangout spot, our locker room, our merchandise. I don't know. He wants to make a name for himself. So he's taking out one of the biggest names in the industry at the moment. It's AD, and he's taken a target at the Golden Dragon. So which means I'm gonna take a play out of Mr. Griffith's playbook. I'm going to teach this motherfucker a lesson, and I'm gonna kick him in the head so far up his ass that he's gonna need a toothbrush in his asshole. Is that what Mr. Griffith would say?
I
I
mean,
don't
I don't.
think exactly, but it got the feel.
It's got the feel of it. Yeah, sure. We'll go with that.
And speaking of Mr. Griffith, what did he say? I didn't hear because I was
A
busy.
lot. You might want to check the replay.
Can you give me
He
like
took some umbrage
the
with something
bullet?
he claimed.
He said he was looking forward to coming to your house and seeing your ducks. Oh wait, sorry, that was Wildy. Um, let's just say he was just warning you that it was not going to be easy to win the Triple Crown Championship at Philadelphia Freedom.
I mean, no, it's not. I suck at triple threats, and having yes, I have beaten Mr. Griffith in a one-on-one match, but it's a different thing when it's a triple threat, man. It's you have, as I said, like it's two people. You gotta have eyes behind your back and back of your head, and then another thing that I have a issue with is that the other opponent of mine is Mr. Griffith's ex, and I don't
Yeah,
think
that's
I'm at a
accurate.
I don't think I'm at any advantage at all because I think they might double team me because like
I
they
mean, they
might
didn't break
be
up on the greatest
exes.
terms.
Ha! Really? I thought they were. It was
Like, I
a
think I think they're good now, but I don't think they're gonna like collaborate.
that
Also,
just changed my.
again, I'm gonna. I mean, if you didn't hear what he had to say, I'm just gonna give you a clue. You know that interview you just did like the other day?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Do you remember a thing you claimed to be that you really claimed to be two things? Do you remember what they were?
I said I'm one of the best strikers and the best technical wrestler.
To be clear, you said you are the best striker.
No. Let me pull up my. Let me pull it
But
up.
yeah, he heard that and apparently took serious umbrage with that.
Okay, here it is. I said I am one of the best strikers. I'm
Yeah,
second
he
best.
apparently
I
took
know
umbrage
he's
with
the.
that.
I'm the prince of strong style, not the king of strong style. So, but if he has taken umbrage of that and he wants to use it as motivation to beat me at Philadelphia Freedom, I don't mind. As you guys know, I'm up
Well,
for a
it's okay because
challenge and
apparently he's also using it as motivation to beat the shit out of Steve.
ah, why is it?
So that's
Who
funny.
the fuck is this Steve guy anyway? Like, who the fuck
That's
is
what
he?
we're asking.
We're talking about our match and Steve's getting I got an issue with that. Shut the fuck up, Steve. Let me I feel somewhat jealous for some reason. I should not be, but what the fuck? And
All
I
right.
don't know.
Well,
I'm having
Just Elvika just had to run out. Apparently, there was an emergency at the taco truck, so I will take over. But I mean, you're definitely right. You haven't had your record against triple threats is not the greatest, and this is definitely not going to be an easy. Neither one of those two are easy outs. So you got your work cut out for you. Yet it wouldn't shock me, Kenta, if somehow you managed to pull this out and win the Triple Crown Championship.
I I mean, I have pulled off golden miracles before, and you've seen my match with Destroyer a few weeks ago for the Superstars champion. That was that was a golden miracle right there. But yeah, I might pull something out of my ass, but I don't think that miracle. I don't think it's gonna be. I think the miracle is gonna refresh for a bit. I don't know, but hopefully I win the Triple Crown because if I do, that's gonna pad a resume for my chances into getting the Hall of Fame. And that's my goal right now, to be Hall of Fame and hopefully win the World Championship at some point in time.
Yeah, I'm sure that's everybody's goal. I would hope in RAWF just to eventually win that world championship, the hardest title to win in RAWF. But well, we shall see. Tomorrow here in Pittsburgh, you face the man who's currently sitting at number 2 in the rankings in Les Légions. Uh, how well do you know this guy? Because to be honest with you, I'm just learning about him, and he's kicking some ass here in RAWF. What are your thoughts?
I know him by name. I call him Le Legend, but I did not expect him to be. I didn't expect that to be pronounced La Legende. Or how do you? I don't know French. How do you pronounce it? Le Legende. But
I don't
he's
know.
British, so it's weird.
He's British, so it could is he's apparently British, so it could be a legend, or it could be Le Légion. I don't know. I kind of like Le Légion because I can actually say it.
Le Legende sounds like, I don't know. It sounds like Le Lechon, and lechon is a food in Philippines, roasted pig. So I can't take him seriously. The name, but you know, he's number 2 right now, so he's doing something right. And I'm 13. I'm not doing something right. But what happens if I beat him, Mr. Bossman?
Well, you probably knock him out of world title contention and
Would that
make a pretty big statement.
would that propel me to
Well,
top
I mean, I
10?
can't tell you because I mean, obviously, I won't be able to score that for a few weeks. It's a little early for to be able to tell, but
That's fair. That is fair. But yes, I don't know him. I only know him by name, and from what you've been telling me, he's a legend outside of RWF, and I believe so. But I'm hoping I could beat him and hopefully go into the top 10, so I can get one step closer to my dream of world title contendership at some point.
all right. Well, we will find out here tomorrow here in Pittsburgh. Elvake, anything you'd like to ask the Golden Dragon?
Um, no. I think he's covered. I think I'll be very curious to see uh, how Griff reacts to your response about what he took umbrage with. Knowing Griff, it's too late, and he's angry, and he's just going to stay angry because, well, he's Griff. But yeah, we'll see. As for your thing with the legend or le legend, we're still trying to decide because with le in the front of the word, that implies it's French, which then would be le legend. But he's British, so it would be really weird for a British person to take a French name. So then it should be le legend. But why is he using le? I don't know.
Or to stand out.
Either way, if you kick his butt, you'll probably take away his shot at being in the world heavyweight competition.
Hopefully I can. Hopefully I can. That's the plan.
All right. Well, we shall see. Indeed, when it all comes to fruition tomorrow and at Philadelphia Freedom next week. Any parting shots, Kenta?
Oh yeah, by the way, my parting shot for Lars is that I'm gonna beat you with a roundhouse kick, you motherfucker. I'm announcing this because I don't see you as a threat. I'm announcing it because that's how the ending would be. This is not a this is not a prediction. This is a spoiler, everybody. So if you're betting on Lars, don't bet for him to win because Kenta has got this on 5. Have a great night. Have a golden day, everybody. Bye bye.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That was Kenta, the Golden Dragon. All right. So that Triple Crown title match is going to be hellacious, Kenta. I'm looking forward to it, as well as all the other matches. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk to the first class, the lass herself, the one and only.
Roshina biot branachna has nice. Tado farden on roimage som babat. Tado broira chater. Silagas a trill her muresnik helple fi on spine at her moroisinde. Kagragam molor de tlebelin nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Maeve O'Hare to the program. Good evening, Maeve.
Good evening, boss man. Good evening, vacant.
Oh, hi.
So how you doing this evening, lass?
I mean, I've been better, but I've been worse.
Mm,
Par for the course, I reckon.
yeah. Tomorrow, going one-on-one with Joker Mark Caliber before he goes up against Ken Costa at Philadelphia Freedom.
Can I get your word of honor that there's not going to be any weird stipulations from a match tomorrow?
As far as I know, there's not.
That better not be.
As far as I know, there is not.
I'm holding
So-
you to that.
No. As far as it's a little late for them to put any stipulations in.
I wouldn't
So-
put nothing past him.
But yeah.
But yeah, facing off against Mark Caldwell tomorrow, it should be interesting to say the least.
Now?
We'll see which one I get.
Yeah, that's true. You can never know what you're going to get with Mark Caliber. There's definitely not.
Besides a
But-
headache.
True enough.
No, but
So,
I can always come borrow some Excedrin from you if I need to.
I got plenty of it. You know that. I have a whole cabinet full of it.
A whole cabinet, good lord. You're lucky it ain't a controlled substance.
That's true. I am. I've had my share of controlled substances over the years. I don't need any more. So, I think
That sounds like a story I need to hear later on.
well, and you know my story, industrial vomit,
I
Las
mean,
Vegas.
I've heard you say that you've woken up in Vegas quite a few times and don't remember how you got there or what happened, but you didn't mention any specific substances.
Because I can't remember.
That's unfortunate. Or maybe it's for the best. I'm not sure.
Let's just put it this way: it was enough for me to forget a lot. So you that tells you anything. That tells you.
There are
Anything.
rules.
For all I know, you just went out there and cage fought English a bunch, and he kept concussion protocoling you.
Also could be true.
I don't think I knew him back then.
Well, you wouldn't remember now, would you?
This is true. You have a point.
English, were you out there cage fighting Boss Man back in the Vegas days? Because you might not remember, but I bet he would.
Wait, not that he recalls. Wait a minute. What was he doing?
God, it's Vegas. You tell me. That were well before my day. Thank you
So
kindly.
I got a question. What is the Irish equivalent to the 4th of July?
Irish equivalent to the 4th of July. I mean, do you mean a day where we blow up parts of the country to celebrate? Because we don't really do that.
Tuesday.
You don't do fireworks in Ireland?
I mean, we not to the extent that you do them here.
There's lots
No,
of them, but they're much larger.
Is that how that works?
Although I think that was more back in like the 80s and 90s.
But we don't have a strict Independence Day the way that you do here. Mainly because our struggle's been a lot more convoluted. I reckon the most close thing would be the Day of Commemoration, which is actually the week after the 4th of July. It's July 11th. So that's probably the closest thing, but we don't have an Independence Day the way that the United States does. Fun fact, did you know that fully 50% of countries that have an Independence Day are celebrating their Independence Day from the United Kingdom?
No, really.
Empires be like
Interesting.
No, the Snake Freedom Day is St. Porrig's Day, more Corcoran. You know that.
Yeah, it does say Ireland does not have an official universally celebrated Independence Day because the country achieved independence from the United Kingdom through a gradual and complicated series of events.
What
So,
did I
yeah,
just feckin' say?
you said that.
What?
I was
Why did you Google it if you could? What? Like,
well, I wanted to. I'd like to make sure we're
do
historic.
you want me to give a TED talk about the history of independence in Ireland? Because we only got 38 more minutes tonight.
Well, if you want to be, I mean, why not? No, just kidding. You don't need to give a lecture on that. Oh shoot! I was just curious how that worked. All right, Vacant, anything you'd like to talk to Maeve about?
Remember, this is a family show.
So are the new trunks, now that I put the ring logo as a seat, are they comfy? Does it work?
I mean,
I put a little extra padding in there, so
it's still a little strict. Like you got nice lush thighs. You don't really need the padding.
That's true.
Yeah, you got the sort of legs that Mindau says are perfect for pile drivers.
I will take that in a wrestling manner. Yes. See.
I mean, how else would I intend it?
Well, I met you.
All right. Well, at any rate, Maeve, was there anything you wanted to discuss tonight since you're here?
Let's see here. Talked about my match against whichever caliber I get tomorrow. Looking at my dance card, I'm wide open. Phrasing.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
For Philadelphia Freedom. So feel free to float an interesting offer my way. I don't promise I'll take it, but I'll give it all the consideration it deserves.
All right.
I'll DM you.
A wrestling offer.
I mean, it's kind of like wrestling.
An offer for my match at Philadelphia Freedom.
Oh, well, that's different.
That's what I thought.
DM you anyway.
All right. Well, I'm sure somebody will take you up on that. If not, I'm sure Randy will.
I mean, the odds are good, but the goods are odd. Have you seen your roster?
Oh, that's true.
She makes a fair point.
All right. Well,
But
we'll see.
I don't care for surprises, so I would love to know in advance what my match is going to be. So feel free to send me offers, folks. I'm not requesting pictures at this time before any of you get any silly ideas.
All right. Sounds good. I think we'll figure it out. We shall figure it out.
Well, thank you very much, Bossman, and thank you, Vacant. How are that biscuit that English gave you, by the way?
I did not eat it.
You didn't eat it.
It was warm, and I don't know how or why.
I thought everybody liked warm biscuits.
Sure, out of an oven. Do you see an oven?
I mean, at some point, I'm sure it were in an oven.
Like from nowhere. So
I came from somewhere. Don't be ridiculous.
Human cookie.
It came from somewhere, and I'm sure at some point in its life it were in an oven.
Lovely. No thank you.
I mean, if you're not going to take it, I'll have it.
Here you go.
Well, thank you. Anyway, I'll give you good night. Have fun, you two.
All right, that was Maeve O'Hare, ladies and gentlemen, and open challenge, it sounds like, for Philadelphia Free to make her an offer or offer or make. I don't know. At any rate, we shall see what happens there. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk to a man who likes to shake things up. He is the one and only. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jason Seismo Richter to the program. Evening, Mr. Richter. Mr. Richter?
Jason.
Finally got the thing unmuted. Thank you. Hello. How's everyone doing?
How are you this evening, sir?
I'm doing just fine, boss man. And El Vacant, how are you now?
Oh, doing pretty good. How'd you?
Not so bad. Yourself?
Were you surprised by your ranking tonight?
Perhaps a little bit, but I mean, as stated, only about half of the matches are in yet, so we'll see what happens. I mean, again, we did have my recovery match in Detroit locked into all that, so certainly glad to see, go back home, get some shit sorted in my own life, and come back out with a big win and feel kind of refreshed, especially after that frankly disastrous turn of a tour in Ohio. I did not have. I was not living, laughing, or loving under those circumstances, and you cannot genuinely expect me to gas keep, girl gate, or light boss under those circumstances either. So, yeah. I'm glad to get back on my focus, but glad to get back at it, and looking forward to see what the rest of things has going on. I did float a bit of a softball towards Maeve, since she's got an open card on Philadelphia Freedom. Maybe Philadelphia deserves to see what a little bit of a Hibernian Pro reunion would look like in 2026. Maybe they got that coming.
Well, that's up to Maeve if she wants to accept that challenge.
Totally up to her. I mean, I don't go where I'm not wanted to be. So
we'll see if she wants to. If she wants to, she can even come back in here and do it if she wants, or she can do it out there with say yes or no, and I'll put pen to paper right now and mark it down.
Interesting. All right, so that's great. So all stated. Again, it's nice to be back out on the road, have my feet back under me. You've met the boss though, Mavis. Is the thing. I've picked up pretty quickly. He moves very quickly, maybe faster than you might want him to. I can't say I'm terribly surprised.
What does being a drummer have anything to do with it?
Musical zoomies.
There's so many things we could say about drummers.
Musical zoomies, illicit drug use, number of things.
Okay, point taken. But at any rate,
musicians.
Yeah, that's true. Tomorrow here in Pittsburgh, taking on Ken Costa could be a very important rankings match when it all's said and done. Talk to me about facing Ken.
Ken Costa is an interesting beast. He's very clearly got some of his own issues to deal with especially since Lars Hellstrom has been a part of his situation for a little while. I've seen some of stuff that has been going on within our shores and without between him and Hellstrom. Theirs is a tumultuous relationship, so I have a feeling maybe Ken Costa is not going to have all of his attention on me here at Pittsburgh, and that's going to be to his massive detriment. Because I'm, as always, looking to make a statement. And putting Ken Costa face up, back down on the canvas for a longer than 3-second tan is going to be a massive statement that the Pittsburgh faithful are going to see. If Ken Costa takes his eye off the ball, I will gladly swat him for it.
All right, and like I said, could be a key rankings match. Both of you in tonight's top 25 that we announced, so should be a hell of a matchup, and I'm looking forward to it. Now that you've got the Ohio tour at your back, what's the future look like for Jason Richter?
Well, obviously I have to keep pushing, keep crunching to get into the title matches, stay in the scene of things. More to that point, though, I did actually want to bring up something that, if I'm going to be honest, upset me a little bit on radio last week. So,
do tell.
Yeah, so I still got fly guts on my fist. So I was coming back. I couldn't call in last week on account of I was driving across state from a show where I was scouting some talent and heading back our direction. And I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I hear, everything's all fine. Everybody's going through and going through the rankings, going through everything. I was pretty expectant of my ranking at that time as well. Bit of a shoot up this week, and I'm pretty happy about that. But I'm going through the whole deal, and then you have somebody in particular come on, an extreme enigma. Now I know this individual from their reputation. I know them by name.
Sorry.
There's a lot that can be said there. Much of what I will not say. So, and you went through the thing. You gave them permission to run the fireworks show for Philadelphia Freedom, which I assume you did so not just to give them something to do. I assume they're at least a little bit qualified for the circumstance at hand.
I don't know if they are or not.
Very true. They are not.
Oh dear. Well, this is going to be an interesting. Yeah, I really think maybe they're going to end up blowing a piece of the pier off then. So we may as well go ahead and start firing some people so you can free up the kind of money that's going to be necessary to pay back the fine city of Philadelphia for losing a piece of its infrastructure at Enigma's hands.
The upside is Philadelphia's burned down before, so now it's mostly brick.
Yeah.
Valid point. But anyway.
As long as it stays away from Billy Joel's house.
Who does not live in Philadelphia.
Oh.
So here's the issue I have, though, because I'm hearing this, all right? And then Enigma comes to a particular point that causes me great irritation. You see, as you may recall, and as you brought up earlier today, Enigma came forward and stated, I want a special match at Philadelphia Freedom. I want to punch my ticket, get myself a marquee match on the card. Who doesn't? Everybody wants that. That's what you want to do. You want to go to the big shows, make the big money. Perfectly acceptable. Here's the thing that irks me about it, though. They then make a challenge in a Greco-Roman wrestling match. Am I correct on that?
Mm-hmm.
So, all graps, all holds. Yeah. Okay. Now, who, remind me, do they lay out that challenge to?
Steve the Stud Johnson.
Steve the Spud Johnson. Now, Steve, I know you're in the chat. I see you. So, here's what I want to know. What are your credentials in a Greco-Roman wrestling match? What kind of credentials do you have? What's your wrestling background look like at an amateur level? And I ask that for this reason, because you have sitting right here in all 270 pounds of the flesh, a former two-time NCAA champion in, guess what? Not football, not volleyball, not bocce ball, amateur wrestling, folk style, Greco-Roman, exactly the kind of stuff they're coming off about. And you decide, my countryman, my fellow Michigander decides that instead of actually testing themselves against somebody who knows what they're doing in a mat of that size, who knows, you know, the ankle band from the ankle lock, they go after Steve the Spud Johnson. Steve the potato-faced man Johnson. Steve the man who, as I mentioned in our RFC match we recently had, looks like a mascot for the worst cereal advertised for the most terrible people you can think of. You beat me with an illegal move, by the way. You beat me with an illegal superplex. So, you know, if you can't follow that kind of a simple rule, what are you going to do in a Greco-Roman match where there are way more rules about what you can and cannot do? So, what I'm saying is, shame on you, Enigma. You weak-willed little munchkin for not actually stepping up to the plate with an amateur grappler of high caliber and instead going with Greasy Steve from around the way. I want to know why. I think we all want to know why.
Stevie from the block.
Maybe he is Stevie from the block.
Like that's what he did.
I'm not jealous. I'm confused. I'm baffled. I'm befuddled. But to be jealous of you would be to imply that I actually wanted anything you have. It would be to imply that I want your 83 Fiero that you drive from every show to every show. It would be to imply that I want to look like I have had my entire ass slapped at all times. Where's that echo coming from?
LA.
Thank you. It's really no offense, it's just really distracting hearing my own voice.
I thought you got so angry your voice just
Suddenly the voice of God spoke, "Thou art a bitch. Thou gettest no maidens." But yeah, so shame on you, Enigma, for taking the easy way out and going with Greasy Steve from out back of the 7-Eleven instead of stepping up to an actual challenge in a Greco-Roman match. But regardless, not my choice. And as I said, we move on. We figure it out. We push forward and figure out our own plans. I'm already working on own plans.
Don't judge.
And
I'm kidding. This is RAWF. We judge like motherfuckers.
We definitely ask why. We must always inquire.
Yes, there's almost always a Y.
Let me see. So, like I said, I've got other things cooking already. I've got other people who I've been keeping a watch on. As far as what's next for them, what's next for me. Looking at some tag team partners, truthfully. And it's funny actually that the main character of our show tonight keeps being Steve the Spud because when I started asking around about who might want to tag with me for the next season of tags, wouldn't you know who stepped around and asked if I might be interested?
Enigma?
No. Would have been funny, but no. Our friend Steve here was one of the guys who said, hey, why don't we team up and take on the world over here? I'm like, it's an interesting proposition, but not one I even considered. However, I still have lots of balls up in the air, as far as it were. Check phrasing. And we are we're going to make a decision on that around Philadelphia Freedom when the next season begins. That's you're looking at, Bud, not me. Anyway, so as for what you're saying, what comes next? Maybe a tag run comes next. Maybe something comes down the line. I stay in the ranking scene. I'm looking to get us a shot at potentially someone who is not homicidally motivated right now, as Blake Bradley appears to be, because I don't think any of us necessarily saw Blake Bradley shooting all the way up to number 1 in the rankings this week. Did you call that? I didn't call that.
I did not.
So, and given some of what little bit I've managed to glean off of him, I do say I'm not surprised. He's got his own story to finish with our esteemed ? Champion. He's got his own story to finish there, and I hope he does finish it. I hope he does finish that story, but it looks like he is going to have to kind of beat down the door to make that happen. So I hope he finishes it, because I would be a lot happier if I didn't have to ever deal with him ever again, frankly.
Alrighty. Wow. With that being said, I can't explain why Enigma picked Rickard either. So, no, dependent Steve Johnson. Sorry.
It's their decision. They are allowed it, and accepting supporting NB rights is also requires supporting NB wrongs occasionally. So,
I see what you did there.
haha.
All right. Well, Jason, tomorrow, tomorrow Ken Costa, and don't know if Maeve has accepted your challenge yet, but if she does, that will be on your plate at Philadelphia Freedom.
Well, that's great to know. Again, it's going to be all up to her. Perhaps somebody comes to her with a more intriguing offer. It wouldn't be the first time someone has decided that I'm not the dance partner they seek this round, but the sun rises again. Tomorrow is another day, and we move. So one way or another, I am going to shake things up around here, and I am going, one of these days, to clamber my way to the entire top of RAWF, and you're all along for the ride at this point.
All right. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate your time.
No
and
problem.
we will talk to you again hopefully very soon, and we'll see what happens with Philadelphia Freedom.
Right. You have a good one. Good rest of the show.
That was Seismo Jason Richter, ladies and gentlemen, and I think he's almost a lock to get a title somewhere down the road, don't you, Ovega?
Yes, I do think.
I just have that feeling. All right, next up, he is our he's getting ready for the 4th of July. I know he enjoys it every year. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the one and only.
Boots hit the dirt, stealing my stare. 6-pack of visions, I don't fight fair. Rattlesnake blood running through my veins. Mess with the best, you be feeling the pain. I'm a renegade, born of brawl, raised on rage. Knuckles up, I set the stage. Drinking beer and kicking pain. Ain't no cage can hold my name. Redneck Avenger, don't need no crown. But you best believe I run this town. From back road bars to the square circle, ain't no rules when I raise this hurdle. I don't tap out, I don't back down. You cross my line, you're going down.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is the Redneck Avenger. Good evening, RA. How the hell are you? RA? RA?
All right.
Unmute, sir. Not you, Studio Cat.
Studio Cat's kind of a mic hog tonight.
Yeah, it is. Yes. I think it's the Pittsburgh air. The feckin' thing is being contrary, he says. All right, well, we'll give you a second here.
There we go. Can you hear me now?
We can hear you now.
Man, this thing is, let's just say something moved the cheese and didn't make it quite as easy as it used to be. So I had to poke that thing a few times.
That is accurate. That is 100% accurate. The cheese wasn't
Yes, sir.
back.
Bacon, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good. How you doing?
Oh man, I'm finding a frog's hair split 3 ways. I like that new pick. That's pretty
Hey,
damn
did you
awesome.
did you get the beer order? I sent it yesterday.
Yes, I do, and I got some tankers headed your way.
Awesome. Running a little low.
Oh,
had an
we
affiliate.
can't have that. We cannot have that. I mean, like, my tankers are different than other tankers because I have a nitrogen. I have a nitrogen line that goes around and through the tank, so it keeps it cold even when I'm transporting it.
Nice.
Yep, that's why Redneck Red Label is better than every other beer. Woo! All right, yeah. Studio Cat sounds like she needs some attention. Hey, I got she needs a Bill Crusher and all that good shit. Pet Studio Cat because she needs some love.
Yeah. Well, she'll have to wait till after the show. I have a feeling.
Yeah. All right.
Let's see. You tomorrow here on Superstars. Where are you at here? Sisaloo. You have the currently undefeated but mute Sisaloo.
Well, you know what? I guess I'll just have to employ some American Sign Language and just roll with it. I know one sign. I mean, it's just one finger, but it is what it is.
That's fair.
No, he's a tough guy, and I just think there's probably a language barrier going on there, and he hasn't hired the correct interpreter to take care of it.
Or maybe he just doesn't want to talk. Maybe he has no tongue.
There's that, ladies will hate him if you ain't got a tongue, but I mean that's on him.
Mm-hmm. But at any rate, RA, looking forward to the 4th of July next weekend. Looking forward to celebrating the 250th anniversary of America.
America. Hell yeah. Man,
America.
I tell you, I have had the most fun watching all these folks coming in from all over the globe and discovering, hey, you've been lied to. America's pretty damn awesome.
But you got to admit, if any fan base has taken full advantage of coming to the United States and having a grand old time, it's the Tartan Army.
Oh my God, the Tartan Army is fucking legendary.
They have just taken over every
the town of Boston, not a bar, but the entire city of Boston dry.
That's insane.
You have accomplished something, and I'm loving the Brits coming to Texas and discovering barbecue. The whole thing has just been absolutely wonderful.
I just watched the whole thing yesterday about the Japanese fans discovering Texas barbecue, and apparently they're going, "How do I take this home?"
Yeah, exactly. And I think we conquered the world with ranch dressing.
Yeah. Did you see that the TSA is actually putting out warnings like you cannot bring this in your carry-on? You have to put it in your checked baggage if you're bringing it home.
I bet there's some folks that are going to buy an entire carry-on and fill it full of ranch dressing just to not carry-on.
I'm not sure. I'm really concerned that the English are going to start just buying the powdered type and snorting it like cocaine.
They might. They just might. I cannot discount what you're saying whatsoever. I think that actually will happen. There will be some ranch dressing overdoses in the UK here coming soon.
Sadly, I'm afraid that I just said that on live air, and now some English fan is going to hear it and be like, "Oh, wait, let me try that."
You know what? That's okay. This over here is a free country. They are free to buy the ranch dressing packet mixes that you can buy in a store for $1.02, which you really wouldn't.
Much cheaper than cocaine,
of course. And and you can snort it through a straw, which we have for a package of 100 for about I don't know,
$1,
about $2. Yeah. We wouldn't want them to do that. We don't want to. We don't want to corrupt them for their trip home, but
they get the paper straws. Just don't want to hurt the turtles.
That's right. We don't want to hurt the turtle, but the ranch dressing may cure the turtle.
Maybe
it just might. So
I feel like now I need to make a ranch dressing thing for my.
I think you do. I think you need to make a ranch dressing World Cup burrito.
Wait, what?
I could do a World Cup burrito and have ranch dressing in it.
Yes, you do that. You just kind of revamp the sauce a little bit to make it a ranch dressing Mexican sauce. I mean, you can put it in there.
Oh, wait, by the way, that brings me to a side note I was meaning to say to you next time I saw you. You need to hurry up and get off your ass and win the world title. I have this brisket recipe that I really want to use at the track.
Oh, that just sounds like a ranch-gasm. Yeah, let's do that. And I don't care who I got to take it off of.
I recommend the Sheik. Go.
Yeah, hey, I'm good with taking it from Sheik, but that's Sheik, Paragon, the Easter Bunny. I don't give a shit.
Well, I'm pretty sure the Easter. Well, we did used to have a bunny on RAWF, but
Studio Cat ate it.
Yeah, quite possibly.
I like it. I'm loving it. The conquest of the world through ranch dressing.
Oh my god. Yeah. I'm glad you're seeing that in real time.
Me too. That's flipping amazing.
It is the advantage of this new soundboard where I can make things and load them up really quick.
That's good stuff, I'm just getting used to the thing. You're like, where's the daggum on button? How do I unmute? Yeah,
Anyway.
Make the goddamn chat stop bouncing.
Yeah, just bouncing.
Well, it is what it is.
I'm not going to go on that. All right, so Sisalu. He's a tough guy. I've faced him in a lot of matches. Outside of the RAWF. He's a good addition. He will not talk you to death. I will tell you that. But
no, you won't.
No, I mean, I think he has to have an ASL interpreter or some kind of shit like that. And maybe he's a lot of pictures, but he's not going to talk you to death. But he's a very able presence in the ring. So he's not a slouch. He's a lot of fun to fight, and bless his heart. That's all. I think that to keep in the spirit of short messages, bless his heart in the most southern way possible. And if he's here for the World Cup, he will learn what bless your heart means.
Who is doing well in the World Cup? I'll be honest, I haven't been keeping up. Who's the favorite? Who's going to win the World Cup, do y'all think?
I have no idea, but it's not going to be us. You know, what I was just dying for was for the USA to play England on the 4th of July. Unfortunately, we didn't make it there, but, you know, we're going to have fun with all this anyway.
Oh, did we get eliminated? I didn't know.
I don't know
I thought
if
we were still in
eliminated,
groups.
but- Okay, we're still in groups, so then we may have a chance, but that's what I want to see. I want to see the USA versus England on the 4th
Look,
of July.
whoever's setting up these matches has a goddamn sense of humor when they said that.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, that needs to happen. If nothing else in this World Cup, that needs to happen.
Like I said, I haven't been keeping up, so I wouldn't know anything about that. But with that being said, RA, good luck tomorrow against Sicily. And anything else you'd like to share with us before we move on to our final caller?
All right, it's 2 wrongs don't make a right, but 3 rights make a left.
Wise words. Wise words indeed. All right, stay safe there, RA. Enjoy that ranch dressing, whatever you're going to be doing with that. I'm not even sure.
I just discovered it. I've known it's there, and I know what to do with it.
We will talk to you again very soon. Ladies and gentlemen, the Redneck Avenger. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our final guest, I believe our final guest of the evening, unless somebody calls in last second. He will be the challenger for the World Heavyweight Championship at Philadelphia Freedom, but he also will have a very special challenge before that at Philadelphia Freedom. Let's talk to the one and only.
Once upon a time, an abomination. He walked on water and he conquered nations. Could have ruled forever, but he lost his patience. Look at me now, paragon of greatness. First of the fallen and last of the old gods. No use fighting because you can't beat those cold odds. Beginning of time and the end of days. Civilizations crumble under his gaze. Alpha and Omega, the wrath of the God King. Paragon of greatness, about to pin you in that ring. Once upon a time, an abomination. He walked on water and he conquered nations. Could have ruled forever, but he lost his patience. Look at me now, paragon of greatness. Eons ago, before time existed, they lived in the heavens and the rain persisted.
Ladies and gentlemen, the P to the O to the G. Big Purple himself, possibly the next World Heavyweight Champion. He is the Paragon of Greatness. Good evening, Paragon.
Good evening, Amadeus. Hopefully, my sound is coming in clear. Riverside decided to go completely haywire on me during my theme song.
You're fine. We hear you fine.
All right.
All right. So, before we get to talking about what went down at the contract signing and talking about that main event, we got to address the Powerball issue. I assume you know who the 2 potential candidates to face you for that Powerball championship are at this moment.
Toxic Megatron Avenger and Steve the Stud.
That would be incorrect,
Oh,
and I'm
shit.
pretty sure you know that.
Oh, man. Could it possibly be our currently #1 ranked wrestler and my greatest rival in this company?
Indeed, it would be the Immortal Griffith and Blake Bradley. Right now, in the finals of the Powerball Contendership Tournament, one of them will face you at Philadelphia Freedom. And I really don't think you can call either of them a warm-up match. Your thoughts on having to face either of them?
I mean, I'm grateful to him. Apparently, since Philadelphia Freedom's just going to be another Sunday, I get to have a match that I can look forward to.
Well, I mean, it could be a very special night if you could win the world title and possibly walk away with a victory over either of those 2. I mean, I would call that a success, if you wouldn't you?
I mean, yeah. Look, I can make all the jokes I want, but if I'm able to walk away against, Let's just say it, because I think he's due the compliment from me after some of the things I've said over the last couple of weeks. The greatest wrestler in the history of this company, the Immortal Griffith, my true greatest rival, or Blake motherfucking Bradley, the best trash talker in the business, the currently hottest wrestler in the company, and somebody who I spent the better part of a year trying to fend off. Either one of those two matches, that in itself is an immortal main event. You throw on top of that, I've got a World Heavyweight Championship match. I mean, this could be this far into my career, still making signature nights that could be listed amongst some of my greatest nights in this company.
Indeed, it could. It could definitely be one of the highlights of your career, and you've had many of them already thus far. But let's talk about the contract signing that went down. I had a couple of tough questions, I thought, for both you and Teflon, and then of course the epic face down when Cerberus got up, and then here come Killa and Knox to meet him. It's a heck of a face down at the end of that. Where do you think, before we talk about the match between Sheik, is there anything to this? Are we going to see a Cerberus versus Opaque Brotherhood 6-man tag at some point?
I mean, it's never out of the cards with those guys. The fact is, as much as the Opaque Brotherhood have always been closely associated with each other, we're brothers and stuff. Very rarely do you see any of us involved with each other's matches. We try our best to remain completely independent. Rarely, if ever, have you even seen a fan support dropped by somebody from the Opaque Brotherhood in one of our own matches. We really try to earn our merit on our own, and perhaps foolishly, I took that mentality into this contract signing, and it turned out the dog pound over there had other plans, and fortunately, my brothers, yeah, fortunately, my brothers, they realized that this possibility might have been in the cards, and they were ready to show up. And I mean, quite frankly, I'm ready to make Paw Patrol roll the fuck right out of this ring if they want to show down.
Well, that might be for the future, but it's not going to happen at Philadelphia Freedom. What is going to happen at Philadelphia Freedom, an epic showdown between you and the Teflon Sheik for the World Heavyweight Championship. And so talk to me about what you heard from him when he I asked him what that World Heavyweight Championship meant to him. He gave a pretty winded answer. What are your thoughts on what he had to say?
Please let me answer, Byron. Please.
Oh shit, El Vacant, you're here? Go for it.
I am. I thought I need to let you know I'm here. Can I answer that real fast?
Oh yeah, go for it, man.
All right. What we heard was blah blah blah, disingenuous bullshit, blah blah blah.
The man's not wrong. He's really not. Look, Amadeus, you said it's an epic showdown. Is it? Because apparently, according to our champion, it's just another day, and you know, who am I to argue with the Teflon Sheik? If he thinks it's just another day, that makes sense, because any given Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, hell, throw in a Saturday and a Sunday too, Paragon of Greatness is going to kick the shit out of Teflon Sheik. That's what happens. That's what always happens. He got one victory in the better part of a decade. So if this is just another Sunday, he's basically just spoiling the game for you. He's telling everybody, hey, the expected result's going to happen. Paragon's going to beat me. Look, Sheik, I try to, pardon the phrasing, I try to give the man his flowers. He is a very good, competent wrestler, a perfectly cromulent champion. However, he ain't a paragon of greatness. He's no Mordred Nightwalker. He's no Immortal Griffith. Teflon Sheik will tell anybody that will listen to him whatever story best suits his narrative at that moment. And right now, his narrative is, I'm the champion. I'm on top of the world. This is something I'm not sweating. I already beat Paragon. This story's done told. Look, I appreciate the facade. I do. I love that he's committing to the bit. I love that he's trying to make everybody believe that Teflon Sheik doesn't give a shit about this match with Paragon of Greatness. But you know who doesn't believe that? Teflon Sheik. That's who doesn't believe this. After all of these years, after all of this time, he may use other people as his figurehead of the reason why he tries to rally troops behind him, why he tries to rally support behind him. Every so often, he'll bring in a new little group of followers under the promise of he's going to change things up and he'll attack a different name. But it's always been, from day one, the moment that Teflon Sheik first walked into the doors of RAWF, there's been one and only one monster at the end of the book for this man. There's one final boss, and it's Paragon of Greatness. Meanwhile, I have our potential opponent for the Powerball Championship, the Immortal Griffith. Immortal Greatness, the unquestioned greatest feud in the history of this business. I have Griffith's opponent, Blake Bradley, an epic year-long struggle of fighting Blake Bradley and his elevated society, trying to swat them down and keep them from that world championship. We have the other members of Cerberus, Simply the Best, a very similar story to Blake Bradley, the constant battle for almost an entire year, the neck-and-neck rankings races for so long. I mean, look at our rankings right now. Where are we at? 4 and 5. We're right next to each other yet again. We have Chocolate Socket over there, and I think that we know the story between myself and Claymore.
Chocolate Socket.
There it is. We know the story between myself and Claymore. Maybe one of the greatest storylines ever told in RAWF that resulted in the good man crawling on his knees and begging for mercy. These are all just a few examples of great rivalries that I have. Notice that Teflon Sheik wasn't in that list. It's because I am the end game for Teflon Sheik. Teflon Sheik's a guy for me. I'm not saying he's a nobody. He's one of the rivals, but that's the point that I'm trying to make. This isn't another Sunday against a random nobody opponent. This is Philadelphia Freedom. This is a huge night because the RAWF World Championship's on the line. The night, the pay-per-view, that's not the thing that's a run-of-the-mill, it's just another Sunday thing. The champion is. Teflon Sheik is a dime a dozen. He's one of the faces, one chapter in the great book of Paragon rivalries. I'm his whole damn 10-volume set.
Wow. All right. Well, with all of that being said, Philadelphia Freedom is going to be epic. I have a feeling. Can the Paragon of Greatness win the world title for what time? How many times will this be?
Can I pull a judge and say that it's like 14?
No.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that the immortal Griffith would shoot that one down. And
hey, I gave Griffith a compliment earlier. I could have this one. Is it 5, 6?
It'll be 6. If you can win, it'll be for the 6th time.
It's one of those situations like the Platinum Dragon Championship with Killa Neptune. You're far enough ahead of everybody else that you're not really sweating the next person up, and you're so far away from the person ahead of you that you can't really be worrying about that number.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Well, Paragon, thank you for joining us this evening. Elvake, anything you want to ask Paragon?
Well, so I know you arrived late, so you keep mentioning him. I'm going to guess you did not hear what your quote unquote longest greatest foe had to say about your interviews and what happens if you do not win.
I did not.
Yeah. He apparently has decided that if somehow, and apparently I don't think we don't think this is going to happen, but if somehow you do not win, he's stepping up to bat.
Well, that
He said he's willing to come out of his quote. What did he call it? Semi-retirement. To remove the garbage that needs removing.
Well, I love it. First of all, I'd love to see Immortal Griffith just knock the head right off of the shoulders of the Teflon Sheik, should that happen. And I'd also look forward to the good old-fashioned competition. If I happen to lose, I ain't going away. So I'm coming right back for the Sheik. So that'll be fun to watch.
Should be indeed fun to watch, to say the least. All right. So, Paragon, thank you for your time tonight. We appreciate it. And we will talk to you again hopefully next weekend when Philadelphia Freedom comes to fruition just on July 5th. And yeah, I guess we're going to be doing a show. We might be doing a show next weekend, should be. So at any rate, folks, thank you very much, Paragon.
You
know what?
Oh, goodness. What's up? What's up, R.A.?
I got a little bit to say.
Uh-oh. Kind of scared.
Paragon has awakened Drill Sergeant R.A.
Drill Sergeant R.A.?
That's exactly right. Paragon, are you still in the building, or have you made your way back to the green room?
I'm right here.
All right, that's good, because you had better grab through your right pocket, your left pocket, and there better be something in the middle, because it's time for you to step up. Nobody, and I repeat, nobody in RAWF wants to see the tampon Sheik sitting there with our belt.
Believe me, the man tugs at my taint hairs as well, and I'm ready to win that championship. And
are you truly ready? Because this man is going to pull out all the stops. You had better get your shit in one sock and get ready for the challenge of your life, because this man is going to fight for it like the third monkey trying to get on Noah's Ark whenever the rain starts. You better get your shit together.
Tell you what, Drill Sergeant, Redneck Avenger, it's Philadelphia Freedom. It's the most patriotic night of the year. I think that it's time to knock that championship off of a piece of shit like Teflon Sheik.
It is time to take that flag, fold it right up on that stick, and stick it right up his fourth point of contact. Are you ready to do that, Paragon?
Sir, yes, sir.
Roger that. March forward. Doug.
You'd have been a lot more intimidating if you weren't holding that bottle of ranch dressing. I'm just saying.
Ranch dressing is a disguise for whiskey.
Would you expect anything less from the Redneck Avenger?
I would not. All right. Well, you've had your pep talk there, Paragon, and I guess, well, on that note, folks, I think we're done for the evening. We will see you all here next week for RAWF After Hours on the RAWF Radio Network. Good night, everybody.
You can't say RAWF without saying RA.
Oh!
Have a good night.
There you go. Good night, everybody.
RAWF!